great to have you with us from Milan Puskar Stadium in Morgantown. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. It's the Baylor Bears and the West Virginia Mountaineers. Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe working the sidelines. We'll check in with her shortly. And the Mountaineers will kick off first, and here we go. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bears offense who will have the football first. And here comes DJ Lagway. Still a lot of upside for this quarterback, and they're hoping he can reach his potential.
I know on paper this is really good offense versus really bad defense here at this point of the season, but I think the key and the hallmark, David, for championship teams is consistency, right? Doesn't matter who you're playing, you got to bring your A game to the park. And one thing you know about this quarterback with his experience, he demands a lot from his teammates. this week. He's holding them accountable to a high standard of play in this week.
Well, we love to come into games, guys, and our job in the broadcast booth is we want to paint the pictures of how this game's going to be competitive, how it's going to be great. I'm not that good of a painter. Jesse's not that good of a painter. So, like, this is not a good matchup. And this is what you call a cupcake matchup in the middle of the season that's going to be incredibly one-sided unless one team just decides, hey, we're not going to show up today, and we haven't prepared like we should. And that's a nice job by this QB. Great job. You show patience, right? Like, if they don't come take me, I'm going to keep running. That's how I go pick up another first down, move the sticks, and this offense can keep churning.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Quarterback Keith makes it past the marker. Across the 25, he's got room. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. The Bears pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. There's a crease. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. They've hit him with back-to-back chunk plays. Now it's 1st and goal. Flagway wants to throw. Pulls it in. Into the house. Touchdown, Baylor! Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. They already have the lead, and they're trying to build it here in the first quarter with an onside kick. The Bears call a timeout. That'll be their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. And he's going to bring it out. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. The Mountaineers offense will now get its first chance with the football. They sure hope that dynamic connection that was on display last week rears its head and wreaks havoc again today, Jesse.
And last week, it didn't matter what the secondary was doing from a coverage standpoint, David, whether it was man, zone, double covered, ISO. These two were simply unstoppable. Huge challenge for the defense today.
Well, maybe they try the triple coverage. I mean, because obviously nothing worked a week ago, but I've got to take his main threat away. Obviously a superstar out wide. Like, I've got to make somebody else beat me. Obviously a great QB wide receiver duo. I'm just not letting that wide receiver get me today.
And that's the start you need on offense, right? The opening drive of the game, your defense allows a touchdown, so you got to come out firing, and it's good news to see the quarterback dialed in. Good read, good timing, accurate throw. It's a big-time completion, but still work to be done. This offense obviously would like to answer that touchdown with one of their own.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. The Mountaineers come to the line in the hurry-up.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry-up, defense has to be ready.
They'll run the option. Now the pitch. Maybe a crease. Touchdown, Mountaineers. Great job by the back on the option.
And that is exactly what they wanted to see. They talked about bolstering their speed at the running back spot. They said this guy could do it, and you get a good glimpse of it early in this football game. Palmer, there's one thing to talk about speed. It's another thing to talk about speed. And that guy takes off, erases some angles, and makes the big play early.
It's so true, David. There's so many really good running backs in the country that can make people miss, but when we see them getting to the second level, they always get caught. This guy is a little bit different. And now if you're on defense, that's a big alert. You know, hey, if we don't tackle him, if linebackers miss him, if safeties miss him, and this guy gets in the second level, he is taking it to the house. There's a lot of pressure now in this defense to tackle.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against the different defense.
Kept it, and he's past the marker. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Throwing, Lagway. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. The Bears will punt it away on fourth down. He'll try to really get into this one. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Cook. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32. And the Mountaineers want to crank the tempo.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. The Mountaineers will call on their punt team. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. Okay, guys, the Bears offense comes onto the field. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets two. He's down at the 21. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Here's Lagway to pass. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. They couldn't make the connection on second down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. He's got him. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force them.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Might be calling a hot route. Trying to keep this drive alive. And nothing doing on the ground. This defense having none of it. stopping him on 4th down. Great place to start for this offense. Motion from the wide receiver. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
I personally love aggressive defense. I love it. Bringing the strong safety down, blitzing that sucker in there to get the quarterback. Boom. Get that guy on the ground. Nice aggressive play call by the defense.
And the Mountaineers now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Looking for space. It's Cook. They'll get him on the ground after a pickup of 3 to the 28. Third play of the drive, and they need to take advantage of this field position by making something happen on 3rd and long. Michael Hawkins fires left. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. This one will be a 45-yard attempt, and he'll kick it from the left side. Absolutely perfect. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but man. Down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. They're still looking for a little more productivity as they trail 10-7. Out of the gun, they give to the back. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves. And they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. And the Bears racing to the line in the hurry-up. From the gun on 3rd down, Lagway. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Touchdown, Mountaineers! The defense does the work itself with a pick 6.
And what a job in coverage by the defense. First, the defender able to get his hand on the ball and tip that up into the air. It lands right into his buddy's hands. He has the convoy, and it is off to the races.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. The Bears offense makes its way onto the field. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. Lagway. Pulls it in. It's Brown. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Dropping back, it's Lagway. Fires to the middle. Makes the grab. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. Wants to throw on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the first down. And the Bears are marching down the field. Lagway wants to throw. Finds his man. It's Livingston. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Here's the give off the left side. Going to be a gain of about 3 down to the 21. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. The Bears lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. They'll try to run for it. He gives them a fresh set of downs, and this one will be 1st and goal from the 6. West Virginia uses a timeout. It's their first. And that got under their skin a little bit, having to use the TO after giving up the first down. With the run on 1st and goal. He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1. The Mountaineers call a timeout. That's their second. And now what will they come up with on this second down play? Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Trying to barge in. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. 3rd and final timeout call by West Virginia. The Brain Trust getting thoughts together for this big 3rd down coming up. 3rd and goal is where offensive coordinators earn their keep. Finds his big tight end. Touchdown, Bears! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Boy, they want to get this back right now, lining up for an onside kick. Timeout taken by Baylor. It's 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Coming out with it, it's Robinson. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Here comes the Mountaineers offense to take the field and open this possession. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
Now looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 26. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on third down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31.
And the defense gives up the first down. And oh, here they go. They're going fast. No time to substitute. Got to communicate quickly and get back on the line of scrimmage.
And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
And another connection and another big play for this offense. And they keep the gas to the floor. Like they're still throwing the football, still making big plays. And this defense, they still have found zero answers in how to get back in this football game.
That's caught. It's Epps. And he'll make his way out of bounds. The solid pickup. The Mountaineers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Throwing Hawkins. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Again, it's Hawkins. Here's the heat. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country. They're lined up and ready to kick off this 2nd half. He'll bring it out. It's Robinson. And the returner will be dragged down. The Mountaineers offense coming onto the field. They start this 3rd quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
Wide receiver comes in motion. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. And the Mountaineers will hustle to the line. From the gun on 3rd down, Hawkins. Right on the money. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a 1st down. The Mountaineers come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Quarterback gets enough. It's a fumble on the play. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. Hawkins throws to the wideout. Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be 2nd down.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
Running inside, it's Cook. And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He's going for the big play. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. And the Mountaineers will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. No opportunity to run it back as the ball goes out of bounds. Baylor sends out the offense to go to work. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. Wants to adjust the pattern. Throwing, Lagway. Catch in the middle, it's Brown. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Pretty good job of running to get two there to the 32. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on third.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. 4th down, Lagway. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. And that decision will be questioned for a while. This offense has it with really good field position. The run inside. It's Cook. And he had no option on that one. Defense ready for anything, and they stop him right at the line of scrimmage. The Mountaineers want to pick up the tempo.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
They'll go to the counter. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And it's been a struggle for this young man. I mean, listen, he's a pretty good player, and they depend on him week in and week out to be their guy to carry the mail. Just, it's not working, and the run game hasn't found a rhythm, and I think that's why this offense, they need...
Could be an alley. Touchdown, West Virginia. Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. And the defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before. So you've got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute with some points on the board.
They get to the line quickly.
And that looks like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off, give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision, nice job by the running back getting the yardage.
A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And he finally missed one, right? I mean, he's been pretty hot, right? 5 passes in a row. He's been moving the ball around, different platforms, different receivers. Just done a really good job spreading the ball around, and he's human. He finally missed.
Their pass not. He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Unlike the old school thinking, this is the area of the field that is really 4-down territory now. Now he's going to break the pocket. Gets away.